Welcome to your supermoon, blue moon meditation, where it is really going to be riding the sky with Saturn. And this super blue moon is a rare phenomena with its relationship to Saturn and how bright it will be the biggest of all supermoons in 2023. And you will definitely notice that by the way it looks bright. It's going to look brighter than all the others. So do not miss out on this time of illumination. And as always, the moon and its cycles and the earth and the cosmos are all a reflection of our inner world, and we're mirroring to each other. So right now, you can choose to go within. So many are trying to consume knowledge and make changes in their lives, and they spend so much time doing that, but they're missing out on leverage. Leveraging the inner world to do the heavy lifting for us is wisdom. So many are gaining knowledge, but there is no wisdom as they are not applying the knowledge. And if you have found this channel, my guess is you probably know that there is something to our inner worlds being very important. The law of attraction, increasing our personal resonance in order to create goodness in the world. But taking time to go inward and to meditate is how you are going to quantum leap. And meditation can be done in many different ways. But for this one, we are calling upon your higher self. We're using a frequency to assist you in relaxing. And we're going to invite you to use guided imagery. Even if you don't see anything, that is okay. So many are not meditating if they can't be without thought, or if they can't see 2D and 3D structures when they close their eyes. Neither one of those things are required. The only thing that is required is to gift yourself enough linear time to create the space to go within and to build upon each practice. And so I am excited for you as this moon is also really, calling upon the Saturn energy as well. Concentration, productivity, ambition, and all of those things. If you want to increase your productivity and your concentration and your ambition and tangible rewards, create them first by seeding it within you in your inner world. And 2037 is when you would have to wait to see and experience this magnitude of a blue supermoon again. So if you can, do this meditation either the day before, the day of, the day after, or sometime, within a couple days of this powerful energy. So I'm going to invite you to find the place that you will be doing your meditation. And let's begin with just taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just really allowing yourself to settle in as there is nowhere to be, nothing to do, except allow yourself to receive the illumination of your own higher self. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just allowing yourself to become present to your body. present to your lungs as you are focusing on spirit breathing through you. Om, air and space. Om. Maybe just allow yourself to think that or say that on your next exhale. Om. Connecting with the winds of your breath, the conscious being of space, wind and air. Now allowing yourself to really connect to all of the elements that make up your body, all of the minerals. There's so much in your body happening right now. Every single particle, the electron coming together to form every mineral, every amino acid, every fiber and structure, just taking a minute and feeling how the dirt of the earth is also the elements that make up your body. Connect to that right now through the power of your awareness, just focusing on all of the elements within your body. The conscious being of all the elements represented by El. Allow yourself to say El or think it on your next exhale. Focusing our awareness now and giving thanks to our heart's electrical currents. Ka, the conscious being of fire and the heat that it gives for life. Allow yourself just to connect and maybe say or think Ka. Now allowing yourself to connect with the water, Leem, within you. This element so closely connected to the moon and the magnetism of the moon cycles. And if you are a female, your 28-day cycle is a reflection of the moon's 28-day cycle. And just allowing yourself to sense this water Leem within you, and all of the rivers and the ocean of your heart, and the creeks and the rivers of your veins and arteries. Just giving thanks to El, earth, Ka, fire, Om, air and space, and Leem, water. Grounding within your body. I'm going to invite our higher selves to encapsulate us in a diamond field of light for this inner travel. And taking in 3 deep breaths, with every breath, just sensing and picturing your higher self encapsulating you in a diamond field of light. Now invoking all of the higher selves to encapsulate all beings listening with a diamond field of protective light as directed by each individual's own higher self. Breathing into that light. Allowing yourself to deepen into relaxation without the need to force anything to take place, but to surrender to the illuminating light of your own higher self that is worthy of being trusted to guide you throughout this inner communion. If you are willing to surrender to your higher self for this experience, simply say, "Higher self, I surrender my free will to you. Guide me through this inner journey. I accept your support now." Just allow yourself to breathe into this current now being offered by your higher self. That current that you are connecting with and feeling in your fingers and toes and top of your head, that is your higher self. Knowing that it is able to assist us with this communion. And if I ask you any questions, just allow yourself to be receptive, as receptivity is such a powerful quality of the feminine and how we receive the seed for new life within our dark womb. And whether or not we are male or female, we all require the nourishment of the mother. And the blue moon is a representation of growth in the knowledge and wisdom within the phases of a woman's life. You are in a phase of your life right now that is putting something to death while also creating the new. We all are. And I'm going to invite you to really listen to your higher self right now. Higher self, illuminate to me right now what phase of my life is ready to be laid to rest, and what phase is ready to have my creatrix birthing energy placed behind it. Just allow yourself to breathe into this. You don't have to judge what you're hearing or try to manipulate and control it. Sometimes we hear it immediately, other times it takes a little bit of breathing into it. Higher self, reveal to me, assist me. What is something that is ready, that has run its cycle, and it is causing more harm than good to continue it? Reveal this to me. Illuminate my awareness. Being able to trust that whatever is being revealed can be processed in a present moment for when it will make sense, or if it needs to adjust itself in the present moment, you're just being completely present to the now of what's being revealed as you can trust that what is being revealed now will continue to reveal itself in the days and weeks to come to solidify what it is that is ready to be laid to rest. Now just connecting, saying thank you, higher self, for that revelation, being willing to surrender and not needing to understand it at this time. If you do, awesome. But not needing to know more than what we are ready to know is profound wisdom to accept that. And now moving into space that is created, I want you to picture this heaviness that you have been lugging around dead weight. Maybe you know exactly what that is, maybe you don't. And allowing yourself to just see all of these layers of this like dead skin and this goop and this heaviness that you have been either consciously or unconsciously carrying around that is no longer serving you. And I just want you to feel it shedding away, invoking the higher selves to assist in a clearing transmission, to assist in clearing any stagnation, calling upon the Saturn energy that this blue moon is riding with to assist in clearing out anything that has been preventing one from connecting with their inspired and aligned productivity, focused concentration, and their ambition for their purpose, and allowing this magnetic pull of Saturn and the blue moon to assist your human body integrate the transmission that your higher self is offering to you to clear away that which has become dead weight and no longer serving you now. Breathing into this new space within you and allowing the reflection of the brightest moon of all the supermoons this year assist your human eye as your higher self shines even brighter within your inner eye. There is something that has been calling to you that is ready to be co-created by you and through you. You chose it in the higher realms before descending into this yummy, dense form of the 3D for soul expansion. There is this phase that you are ready to step into. Invoking the higher selves of all open hearts and listening ears to be assisted with receiving this phase as a code of light to be seated within this new space and invoking the higher selves to reveal what this phase is, what this process is, what each step is, when the exact present moment is right and it can be received by our emotional, mental bodies so that we may integrate and process this. Just taking time to surrender to your higher self, knowing how to encode this within you that is already encoded in you as you chose it before coming into form. You are simply allowing your higher self to reveal to your awareness what phase you are ready to step into so that you no longer feel constricted or that you continue to resist that which is ready to come through you. Allow yourself a few minutes just surrendering to your higher self to offer you this transmission. You can intentionally invite your higher self, I am ready. I am ready to receive this next phase and move through it. I call upon courage to assist me in receiving this next phase and trusting that what I need to know will be revealed in my present moments. If there is anything that I need to be revealed right now, awesome. If I'm not ready yet, awesome too. I still invoke you to seed it within me now. I invite you to remain with your higher self, assisting you with any clearing or seeding that it knows is for your highest good as you remain in a surrendered state for it to assist you. I will leave the music on. I will see you on our next communion. All my love and light. Namaste.